So I bet some of you guys are actually excited to see me taking the wing off of the Blazer. Maybe all your negative, really hurtful comments actually got to me and it had me like, you know what? They're right, man. The wing is ricer. Oh, man. No, but you're wrong. Anyhow, I just had to take it off really quick because I had to run to the store to go get paint. And it's not finished. I didn't want to risk it flapping and doing crazy stuff while I drive the Blazer. So I ended up picking up some Rust-Oleum. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to go and get some good automotive paint to spray this, but unfortunately it's the weekend and they're not open. But Home Depot sure as hell is. I also picked up some rods so we can try to fabricate something to hold the bottom section of this down. But I will say, for all the dumbasses in the comments that saying adding an aluminum wing and all of my grade 8 hardware and all this stuff isn't gonna make me faster and that it's the fastest 13-second Blazer they've ever seen. No need to fear. I actually planned from the start is I want this to be kind of quickly removable because I mean I am with you to a certain point. I most certainly do appreciate the Blazer just being factory, just having this stock look. And having that wing on there most certainly isn't a stock look. It is a very in-your-face type of thing that a lot of people with small dicks can't handle, you know what I'm saying? You like to hide and be normal and you don't want to stand out so people don't see your small penis. I ain't got that problem, my friend. I like the whole world to see my small penis. But yeah, we're not here to waste our time talking about that today. We are here to paint a freaking wing. But, crap, give me a moment to clear myself some workspace, man. This place just gets so cluttered up. So quickly. All right, so we gotta do a couple of things to this. I wanna sturdy it up, obviously, and it needs a little bit more support. I've been trying to figure out a way to support this thing. You know, traditionally, you see people put rods coming down and they'll go down to the body or something. I don't want this to be something where I have to walk up and like disconnect things in order to open the window. And then on top of that, you also have like rods like just kind of dangling and stuff. I don't want it to be inconvenient, you know what I mean? So yes, take a drink. So I do have a plan of attack, but before we get into the rod system that I am thinking, I need to make a support that's gonna run across here. So the rods are gonna get rid of this, like the up and down, because currently there's nothing supporting it out here. And it's mounted on a hinge up there, for one. And for two, I also want to get rid of the flexibility in it. So to start off with, I want to make a brace that's going to go straight across here. That's going to rivet down, probably broken up into an L shape. And that should be plenty enough to get rid of the flex that it has in this direction. So I'm gonna pull some measurements and get this figured out. The one thing I'm struggling with is the roof kind of curves. So it's making the wing curve in the same manner, which is good. But it's also making this outside edge follow that curve, which I'm fine with. But for me to put an L-shaped piece of aluminum right there to brace it, it's most certainly gonna hold that thing dead on straight. So I don't want to create gaps up here, and I'm kind of thinking that it won't. I think that the length of this is long enough that even if we put a brace out here, straightening this edge, I think this is still gonna have enough flexibility that it's not gonna open a gap up right here. That's why I'm hoping. So there ain't no way to really know until just doing it. I've got to kind of send it and then we'll see where we end up. Hey there, Rughead.
Hello guys, how you doing?
So I think I got a little too carried away with the creativity on this one. So I've seen other drag wings that are for like the S10 trucks, and I've seen that they have like this design on the back of them, and I think it looks cool. Adds a little bit of character to it. And then I got it up here, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't like it. I don't think it looks right on this one. And honestly, kind of tacky. So I didn't really care for that. That thing really tested my my jigsaw skills. So I went ahead and I made another one. It's a lot simpler. It's just a simple little L bracket. It's got a nice beefy area that we're gonna actually rivet onto there, onto the wing to stiffen it up. And that's what this portion is for, is to add the rigidity. And then I also needed these ends bent up so that I have somewhere to mount the rods. I still haven't drilled holes or anything because I still have to figure that portion out. But yeah, that looks a lot better, a lot less tacky to me. So now I need to get the wing off so that we can get this centered, drill the holes, and get it mounted temporarily with screws. Everything is temporarily mounted because I have decided I do want to do the rivets after. So then it'll be like that exposed hardware look. So hell yeah, anyhow. Brackets made that are mounted onto the hinges inside of here. Hope you guys can see that. I know the lighting kind of sucks, but anyhow, so this bracket, and I extended it to where it comes down about 1.5 inches past the actual hinge. All this is going to get painted black, so it's not going to stand out like this, but this girthy area right here is where we have to figure out how to hook up the rod. And then it's gonna run up to this section. So there'll be a rod running from here to here. And I think that should be plenty enough to actually sturdy this thing up. God, the lighting in here is driving me nuts right now. But yeah, now I just have to figure out how to actually mount the rod on there. I'm kind of thinking about maybe just slicing it to where it'll go around it. Because if I just take the grinder and do a nice clean slice right in the center, then that'll actually slide over that. So this will slide in between it, and then I could just drill a hole straight through and just use freaking cotter pins, bro. It doesn't have to be anything crazy strong. I honestly think cotter pins would be the freaking move, bro. Anyhow, yeah, I'm gonna figure it out, and then I'll catch you guys up. Bro, I am genuinely stoked on how this damn thing came out, man. So I was going to do like the whole rod sliding inside of a rod thing. Turns out I didn't end up having to do that. It's just one simple rod on there because at the pivot, it is 2 different pivot points. Obviously they're gonna move at 2 different rates, but since being there's a pivot point here and here, there's a third one, it breaks it up, so it doesn't matter. So there's 3 pivot points. Dude, it opens up to the perfect freaking height too, where it doesn't touch the window. Of course, I don't even have nuts on there right now. I do still need to get smaller or shorter bolts with some of those nylon locking nuts so that I can get it, you know, close to tight, but leave it dialed back a little bit because that does have to pivot right there. So I just had to get all this stuff figured out and get it finalized. And now we can go ahead and just tear it apart. And I got to get everything sanded. There is some little tweaks here and there I want to do. You see how this little winglet, it's not completely flush with the body right there, and the body sticks out a little bit. On this side, this is bent just a hair more than that side. So I want to bring this back in a little bit so that they match. Obviously go over everything, sand it, and dull all these edges so they're nice and clean. But yeah, other than that, dude, it's freaking ready for paint, man. And now the exciting part. I gotta go get khaki out of my damn spray booth. Well, I tried as hard as I could and I had to go to the damn store again, but whenever I went to the store, I forgot a very important detail. Primer. I had a spray can of primer here, and it got me this far. That's it, bro. Oh my God. Anyhow, at least this has had some time to dry. Did I get anything? Nope, nothing on that side. Dude, one of these days, man, because honestly, I don't like using spray cans for anything, but it just seems to be like more convenient for me. Like the fact, like doing YouTube, a lot of times you get into a rush, and to have to break off and go to the damn store, it really takes valuable time, you know what I'm saying? And especially to go down to the paint shop, like the automotive paint shop, and you know, the hours that they're open, like, I don't know, man, one of these days I need to just go down there and blow like $1,000 and fill all this stuff up with sandpaper and primer and all the amenities, all the things that I need, you know? But not on a consistent basis. That's the reason why I don't know. Either way, I got primer. The only one that they had was this brown stuff. So it's good for metal. I read in here and it says it sticks to aluminum. Whatever, bro. Spray paint primer is spray paint primer. You know what I'm saying? I'd much rather be using a good automotive etching primer, like that etches into the metal, but you gotta do with what you got. You know what I'm saying? I gotta shut these damn doors so that my fans actually work. No, I still have not fixed my fan. So, got everything primered. So, I haven't really been giving you guys any details. I sanded all the bare aluminum with 80 grit, got all the scratches out, did all the shaping and beveling and everything that I want to do with 80 grit. And now I went over and did 2 coats of primer, 2 kind of heavy coats of primer, because I want to really like fill in all those like sanding marks, you know what I'm saying, and all the jigsaw marks on the edges. You want to make sure whenever you're primering something like this, you got to get these edges like kind of heavy. Like you don't want to run it. I mean, if you do, you can sand it out, but I mean, technically you don't really, you want to try not to get runs, but you do want to get these edges nice and heavy because these are all, they're all jigsaw edges. I mean, I kind of sanded all the jigsaw marks out. Anyhow, we're going to be painting this with Rust-Oleum like I showed you earlier, and this is a satin black. You know, I was actually thinking, later if I feel like it, I could wet sand some of the body lines on this and expose this brown. It looked kind of like a rusted patina. I'm just kidding. Anyhow, I'm going to be using Rust-Oleum, and we're going to be thinning it out with acetone. I don't have any Japan dryer, or whatever the hell this shit's called, to make it dry faster. I tried to find some at Home Depot, they didn't have it. Okay, you're stuck on there. Thank you. I'm using my knockoff PPS system. I don't know, I think I'm gonna do like a 3-to-1. So 3 parts paint, 1 part reducer. Crap, do I have a flathead? I got a flathead. You can tell it's been out in the booth. It's starting to rust. Alright, find my 311. Whoop. Alright, guns ready? I think this primer has had enough time to dry. I'm not sure. I'm gonna find out right now when I start sanding it. I'm gonna go ahead and knock the primer down with some 320 grit. Make sure to get everything nice and smooth. It's good to put a little bit of sanding scratches in your primer too, as long as it's fine scratches, like 320, 400. Helps the paint really stick. I'm gonna go ahead and get all this stuff sanded, and I'm gonna hit these edges really good. Once again, this is when you get that final nice smooth touch whenever you sand these edges. Blow all the dust out of here and get the spraying. All right, everything is sanded, nice and smooth, dusted. We're ready to spray, bro. I'm actually excited about this because I haven't sprayed with my gun. I mean, you guys know, in like freaking forever. Hell, I think the last thing that I sprayed was Curly's car, but anyhow, paint's mixed up, ready to go, and we're ready to blow. That doesn't sound right. We're ready to paint. Like this, I want the paint to be all the way around it, but this side right here is going against the wing and it's getting riveted, so you'll never see it, but I do want to paint it, so I go ahead and just put a coat on there first, and then I use something like spray paint caps, bro, you know, just you flip it over and just whoop. I mean, it's definitely gonna mess up the paint job on the other side, but it doesn't really matter, you know. next day, and I gave these parts time to dry overnight, so we should be able to install them now. But we do have one problem that we kind of need to take care of before we can do that, and I need some paper. Bro, this whole freaking time I had tape in here. You guys have no idea, but what the hell? Anyhow, you could always tell a huge freaking difference from spray painting something with a damn can versus spraying it with a gun, bro. Holy shit, these pieces look good. Anyhow, I'm excited to get all this stuff installed, but like I said, we have a problem we gotta take care of first. The damn hinges, bro. The part that actually bolts onto the Blazer. Now, I didn't forget about them. Honestly, I just didn't want to unbolt them again. I had to drop the headliner and take these plastic panels down, drop the headliner and all that stuff to even get the bolts in to get them tightened down. And I just didn't want to take them out. So, we're just going to have to mask around it and just paint them while they're on the Blazer. And yes, we're going to have to use spray paint on this one. Alright, now while I wait for that primer to dry, we can go ahead and start bringing all the pieces to the wing. We still have to assemble it. I gotta rivet all the pieces together before we actually put it on.
Good morning.
You see, my neighbors like me. I don't know if you heard, but she told me good morning. Alright, first coat. I really hate that I have to do those with spray paint. I should just not be lazy. And I should have pulled them off last night and sprayed them with everything else. It would have been a lot better. But it is what it is, bro. Anyhow, I got larger rivets this time. So I'm hoping I have the correct size drill bit for them. Well, that's it, man. It is done. It is painted. It's finished. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I did not get shorter bolts, so for now I just have the longer ones double nutted. So I gotta go down to the hardware store. I got a few other things I gotta go to the hardware store for as well, so I'll finish that up later. Anyhow, look, I know a lot of people don't care for the wing. I know a lot of people had some very negative things to say about it. Like some bitch made ass comments people are putting in the last video, and I don't care to see that kind of shit. It's not that I can't handle it, it's just, dude, if you're gonna say stuff like that, why do you even watch the videos, man? For real. So the people that did leave those type of nasty negative comments are now blocked and now cannot comment anymore for the rest of the year. So whenever I block people from commenting on the channel, every year I always go through and I unblock everybody to give them another chance, you know what I'm saying? So basically I gotta treat you like a damn child, like you're acting, so you're grounded for the year. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I had some parts come in, so yeah, we're gonna be working on the Blazer in the next one. Peace out, and I'll see you then.